Hey, Planeswalkers, hot off the press for you. The Streets of New Capenna standard tier list for you across best of one and best of three. So hang in today because we got a lot going on. Appreciate you tuning in. Flip me that like, smash the subscribe here because this is hot off the press, my friends. And we got a host of things to cover. So questions or comments throughout today's episode, please let me know down below or feel free to hop on the Discord server. Appreciate your support as always. Great way to stay connected and appreciate the YouTube members and patrons as always. But we're going to break things down here for you today across best of one and best of three. You can find that down below in the timestamps. This is a fresh cut, nice take here right out of the gate for the Streets of New Capenna on Magic the Gathering Arena, all things Magic. And giving us some nice time here to get into our tier list here for May. Very excited about it, and we're going to talk about some of the new renditions with the decks and all that stuff going on. So all things that you can follow here on the channel, and a lot of cool things that you can see as we continue to build out day by day, week by week, and within the community. So here's what we got going on for best of one. We're going to look at the current data in terms of win rates and popularity, and we're going to take the actual tier list cut because it's always a trend over time as well. That's important. So if you follow the weekly series here, very similar to what we did for Friday Night Meta, but here's what we have going on at aggregate right now. Naya Runes, Naya Humans, Mono White Aggro, Orzhov Angels being a new pickup, Selesnya Enchantments, Rakdos Sacrifice, Esper Control being a little bit more of a pickup, a little bit of change here in John Midrange for best of one. And then additionally, and certainly we can see some of the trend stuff going on here as well as things start to settle. Now, I will move into the more competitive scene so we can see that, again, early on, pretty similar to what we have going on. But this is the big piece that we want to see right here. We want to look at standard best of one. April 28th is when the Streets of New Capenna dropped. We got total matches of 550,000, so lots of good data here. So right now at the top of the list, we have Naya Humans, followed by Naya Runes. In our tier one space, we got Mono White Aggro still. We also have Selesnya Enchantments doing well. Esper Aggro, so this is some of the new stuff here, as you can see with Rafine. Then we got Orzhov Angels being another big player here. Again, a lot of similar stuff that was there before, but Giada, Font of Hope, has added a ton. Tier 2, we see a mono blue Delver list, so something a little bit different in the space. We got Boros Dragons still around, Esper Angels being played, Boros Burn, Mono White Angels, Mono Red Goblins, Mono Red Aggro, Mono Green Stompy, Orzhov Control, Rakdos Sacrifice, Rakdos Midrange, Mardu Midrange, Orzhov Midrange, Selesnya Blank, Mono Black Control still being very heavily played, Golgari Midrange in the space, Jeskai Control being a popular one, Esper Control again being more popular because we got access to 3 colors, Azorius Magecraft popping back in, Boros Agros, Jund Midrange heavily played here with 34,000, Azorius Control also being heavily played, Rakdos Control being popular. Again, we got the Obnix pickups here for those two. Is it Dragons, Mono Green Ramp, Esper Midrange again. Is it Mill being a fun one and popular, again, having a lot of play. Dimmer Zombies. Tier 3, we move into Golgari Control, Dimmer Midrange, Simic Ramp, Bat Control, Gruul Treasures, Grixis Control, Grixis Midrange, 5-color Reanimator, super fun. Also, Is It Control in the space, Bat Counters being a new one, popular as well, that you see because of Broker's Ascendancy. We got Bat Midrange, similar style here, Naya Tokens, Jund Control, Selesnya Life Gain, and Grixis Reanimator. So tons of stuff in here right now out of the gate. The big ones to really be paying attention to are the ones that have a ton of those matches under their belt. Stompy, Orzhov Control, Mono Red Goblin still has quite a bit. Esper Angels doing well. We got Orzhov Angels there. Esper Aggro, Selesnya Enchantments, Mono White Aggro, Naya Runes, Naya Humans. So those are some of the big things to pay attention to when we look at this. We'll move into the more competitive space here as well, so you can see that. So again, gets cut in about half. We see Naya Humans, Mono White Aggro, Mono Blue Delver still being popular, Naya Runes, Selesnya Enchantments, Esper Aggro, Orzhov Angels, Esper Angels, Mono Red Goblins. I'll kind of keep scrolling through here. We got Rakdos Midrange, Sacrifice, Golgari Midrange, Magecraft. A lot of decks in that 51% win category. Once you get to tier 3, starts to fall below that 50% there, as you can see. So that's all the important data there for you in terms of best of one. I'm going to blow this all the way back out here. So we're set up when we go over to best of 3. So in conclusion there, that is best of one for you. Kind of the key top decks Really a lot of stuff that carried over from before. We do see the Orzhov Angels popping in there, and a host of other decks starting to vie for position, like Orzhov Angels, or sorry, it's that some of the Rakdos stuff and things with Obnix. We got the Esper decks in there too. A host of new things here with Streets of New Capenna. Let's go ahead and take a look at best of 3 for us here now. Again in standard. So here we go with best of 3. We got Naya Runes, Esper midrange, Orzhov Control, Orzhov Angels, Rakdos midrange, Jund midrange, Esper Control, Grixis Control. So a little bit more of a mix up there. We don't see mono white aggro in there as much. Jund midrange heavily played with 21% of the meta. Esper midrange popping up there, Naya Runes. We can see how all this stuff is going on here in best of 3. Naya Runes still holding a really, really good win rate. We see Esper midrange doing well. We also see Esper Control coming back up, and some of these other things. Now, as we move into the more competitive space here, again, that's big for us to see. Here's what we got going on. Naya Runes, Esper midrange, Orzhov Control, Orzhov Angels, Rakdos Sacrifice in the works behind there, 21, 22%. Again, similar style here. You do see Esper midrange coming up. You also see that Naya Runes, a host of other things, kind of going sideways here on win rates. Orzhov Angels not doing super good. They're kind of falling down. Some of the other stuff happening there as well. So that is, in a nutshell, kind of the current state. Let's go ahead and look at the tier list over time as we look at the trends. Only 44,000, so a much smaller data population. But again, here, very, very fresh out of the gates here. We got Naya Runes, Orzhov Angels, Esper midrange, Naya Humans, Orzhov Control, mono white aggro still being played, but just not as much. Rakdos Sacrifice being pretty heavy, Ban Control, Jund midrange has a ton of matches. Is it Control, Mardu midrange, Esper Control, Grixis Control there. Let's go ahead and move into the more competitive space. Again, not a ton of data, but good to see. 29,000 again at the higher end, so about half. Naya Runes, Esper midrange doing well. Orzhov Angels doing well. Orzhov Control doing well. Mono white aggro, Naya Humans, Rakdos Sacrifice, Ban Control, Jund midrange, Zorus Control, Is It Control, Bant midrange, Esper Control, Mardu midrange, and Grixis Control. So if we really break this down in kind of the tier list, really top 3, top 4, again, similar style, top 3, top 4, and then you continue going that way in terms of breaking out those tiers for you. So that is it in a nutshell, Planeswalkers, in terms of a very, very fresh cut here, out of the gate, out of the take, in terms of the Streets of New Capenna here. So excited about what we have going on because we got so many decks. A good shift in terms of some of the stuff that's being played. Obviously, Naya Colors still pulling over and doing well. Some of the other decks still pulling over, doing well. We're very early in. We're starting to see a lot of different changes in some of these decks, new renditions, new decks popping into the scenes, which is always important for us. So that is our standard tier list here for May. In a nutshell, we covered best of 1 and best of 3. Again, if you have questions or comments, please let me know. You can stay up to date on all the decks here as we go over the next kind of month and continue with the new set and season. Looking forward to doing that as always, and other great content that we have here on the channel. You always get the snapshots with the weekly series and those kinds of things as well. So appreciate you tuning in. Flip me a like. Hope you enjoyed the tier list. I'd love to hear from you as always. Feel free to hop in the Discord server. Great information down below in the details. And don't forget to subscribe, stay up to date on all things here on the channel. So thank you for that support as always. We'll see you again soon. Until next time, Planeswalkers, you stay safe, you take care. Mythras out.